Pray for your girl. I'm in the store trying to find something to eat with this dental work I'm having done. All this food has so much sodium in it. It's ridiculous. Let me show. Butternut squash soup. 490 milligrams of sodium per serving. I can't eat that. Tomato soup. 690 milligrams per serving. There are 4 servings in this container. I can't eat that. Super greens. They even use coconut cream instead of dairy, which is a plus for me, but 490 milligrams of sodium per serving, per 1 cup serving. Ugh. I did buy some chicken stock, unsalted, which is 120 milligrams per 1 cup serving. So hopefully I'll be able to make something with that because I am really hungry. So someone suggested that I eat cream of wheat, which at the time I thought was a good idea, only I try to eat gluten-free and I'm like, duh, cream of wheat, that's gluten. But look what I found, so I'm gonna investigate and see what's in the ingredient. Gluten-free cream of rice. Wow. And it actually has 0 sodium. Look at that iron, 70%, and the calcium and the vitamin D. I'm actually getting a good amount of the vitamins I need too. And how many carbs? 35 carbs per serving. Is a 1/4 cup. By the time you cook it, that ends up being a 1/2 cup serving. I think I found a winner with this. I need to eat. I am so hungry. Pray for me.
So I decided to make a tomato basil bisque. This recipe is low sodium and dairy free. And I started my recipe sauteing my onions and garlic until they were done just like I like them. I took diced stewed tomatoes, and that is full fat unsweetened coconut milk. And that is my unsalted chicken broth. You saw that from the store. And that is my basil. And I'm going to add a little cayenne pepper as well because I like a kick. And I'm going to sweat these onions until they're done.
You know me, you know I like a nice char on my onions. Garlic. And I think this is done enough now, so I'm going to transfer these to my NutriBullet since I cannot eat them whole because of the dental work I'm having done. And truth of the matter is, I cannot even have my soup hot. How you like those apples? I'm going to all this trouble to make this soup. And I can't even have it. Look at that. I can't even have it cold.
Now, once I've added my chicken stock to my skillet, I'm going to add my tomato puree. And I leave a little of the puree in the cup, NutriBullet cup, so that I have enough liquid to blend the basil with. And I add the basil and mix in my puree. and give it a good stir. And next I add an additional tomato puree. I accidentally added too much chicken stock, but that's okay. Altogether, I added 2 cans of tomato puree and 1 can of stewed diced tomatoes that I pureed with my NutriBullet. And I'm going to give that a good stir because I added the extra tomato puree because I did not want my bisque. Bisque is supposed to have a nice rich flavor. I didn't want it to taste watery and more like chicken broth than bisque. I also added additional onion powder, and you can season your food to taste. I like lots of spice in my food. Additional garlic powder, even though there was garlic added at the beginning of this recipe. And I'm going to give that a good stir. Spices also help to thicken soups and sauces and gravies. Look at that. That's coming together nicely. And I added a 1/4 teaspoon of seasoned salt and 1/8 teaspoon of cayenne pepper for the kick I like. When eating low sodium, it helps a lot to add something spicy to a low sodium dish. It adds loads of flavor. And I'm going to let this simmer. And you're going to see what we have here. After my mixture simmers, it's time to add the full-fat, unsweetened coconut milk. I'm adding a little at a time to ensure that I do not add too much cream to the mixture. So I added half and stirred that in. And I don't know, it gave me great joy, and it was a pleasure watching all that creamy fat dissolve into my bisque. I just gave it a good stir just to see what I had, and it wasn't quite the consistency that I wanted, so I went ahead and added a little more, and I just put all of it in there to give this dish the creaminess that a bisque is supposed to have. And look at that. Look at that. Look at that cream. It's turning this tomato, basically chicken stock tomato puree, into the nice creamy bisque that it is supposed to be. And that's what makes eating bisque nice, isn't it? The creaminess of it, the texture. It's so smooth. And the way that it goes down is just delicious. As you can see, now my bisque is done. And here is a picture of the finished product. Thank you for joining me. It's been quite a journey, having to figure out what I can eat with my mouth like this and recovering. And I hope you enjoyed today's recipe. And as always, subscribe, please. It's free to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. I'll be bringing more healthy recipes to you as I figure out, what I could eat with my mouth like this. And I hope you enjoyed your time with me. And hug someone, tell them you love them. I love you. And I don't know, just love on someone. People are going through some rough times right now. Love on people, and even if you feel a little on edge and maybe stressed out, just make it a point to just take a deep breath. Everything is going to work out just fine, and we're going to get through this. enjoy the rest of your weekend.